All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. So this clip was just sent to me. Said go to the 6-minute mark. Let's play. It's Kendrick Perkins apparently has some sort of a conspiracy theory about this entire, Kevin Durant wants to be traded. Kyrie Irving just signed his deal. What's happening there? Is he going to be a Laker? Yada, yada, yada. That entire Brooklyn situation. Apparently, Kendrick Perkins has a conspiracy theory. And if Kendrick Perkins, Big Perk's got a conspiracy theory, we got to turn our attention to it. So let's see what he's got going on here. Again, this is Kendrick Perkins, and he said it on ESPN today, and he kind of just released it to everyone else. So let's see what Big Perk is talking about. I'm very curious. Very curious.
But our resident big man, Kendrick Perkins. Hello, gentlemen. The where is KD going question. It was asked at every barbecue over this weekend, right? So let's ask it right here. As these discussions, Perk, continue to take form, take shape, what does KD need to hear from the Nets or potentially from other GMs to possibly widen his wish list? Because we've heard it's Phoenix and Miami, but as Adrian Wojnarowski just reported, Toronto Raptors, these types of teams we should be keeping an eye on, Perk.
Well,
let's see what he's got.
Over the weekend, I had a lot of time to think. And when I start thinking, that's not a good thing, okay? So here's the thing, right? I thought about it, and let me channel my inner Brian Windhorst for a second. Okay, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, why would KD want out? Okay? Why would Kyrie go searching and seeing if a team would want to do a sign and trade, and then all of a sudden he opt into his?
Because these two guys get bored easily. If there's anything we've learned, I'm not debunking whatever he's going to get to, but the question of why does Kevin Durant and why does Kyrie Irving, seem to have shorter tenures on teams and stuff like that, or seem like a malcontent early, I truly think it's because they get bored. Now, they can go and win titles just like Kevin Durant did with the Warriors, right? And he still just goes and gets bored and he wants to accomplish something somewhere else and yada, yada, yada. They're too egotistical, in a sense, to be complacent in one place for a long period of time.
His contract. And then all of a sudden, once Kyrie Irving opts into his contract, then Kevin Durant comes out and says, I want to be traded. He tells the Brooklyn Nets he want to be traded. I'm to the point, and I came up with the conclusion that I don't believe Kevin Durant. I don't believe it at all.
Perk calling out KD. Uh-oh.
The fact it makes zero sense.
Gonna sick the burners on you, Perk.
It's to me that he wants to be traded at this point. I don't believe he believes it. I think Kevin Durant is doing this as a scare tactic in order to help Kyrie Irving have leverage to get him signed long-term with the Brooklyn Nets. Because then think about.
Hold the phone. Is he saying that, truth be told, Kyrie and Kevin Durant both want to be in Brooklyn, and this is all like a scare tactic to get Kyrie to get a long-term contract? Or is he saying Durant still would want to be traded, but he's trying to get Kyrie the contract before he makes it a big deal? I'm kind of confused. We got to unpack this. Let's play a little more.
About this for a second. Rudy Gobert quietly got traded. We didn't really know too much that was going on with Vol, but we heard the rumors. But think about what Minnesota gave up. We're talking about KD, a top 5 player, arguably the best player in the NBA, and we're saying that he hasn't been moved yet. I mean, look, KD is like the Jordan Concourse.
Yeah, but he's got a list of destinations.
Like when they come out and it's a release date, it's an hour max before those Jordans are sold out. So you're sitting up here telling me right now that Kevin Durant is still on the market. Unless you're Milwaukee and you're not giving up Giannis, you're not giving up Ja Morant if you're Memphis, you're not giving up Luka if you're Dallas, you're not giving up Steph Curry. But if you any other team around the NBA and Kevin Durant is on the market, and you mean to tell me that nothing has been done or no traction has picked up over the weekend? I don't believe it.
Yeah, that's right if we heard about offers and stuff like that, right? But Kevin Durant has, I think we started the video saying it, right? Kevin Durant has a list of where he wants to go. He has a destination list, and even when you're requesting a trade, I'm just looking at Perk's face right now. He's like, what'd you say to me, Ev? You ain't right, I'm right. But even if you have, you are the one that's being traded and you requested it, the team has the final say. I get it. But do they? Do they really? I think that you can have a list of destinations and say, I'm going to make this whole, a whole what show unless you trade me to X, Y, or Z. So that's probably, that's the reason, if I were to rebut Perk right away, is like his last point there. It's like because Kevin Durant wants to go to a specific destination. That's why he wasn't traded over the weekend. If the Suns, which is like one of his destinations, came to the Nets with an unbelievable offer, like the Gobert trade, then I think that we would have seen Kevin Durant be traded over the weekend. I think. But I don't hate the idea that this is all a charade here. I kind of like the conspiracy.
Okay. There was just a whole lot that was put
She's
down
thinking
there,
what we're
Zach.
thinking.
I feel like we
just
should take just one hot minute. So Kendrick, I'm hearing you say, as you're channeling your inner Brian Windhorst, that why hasn't a trade been done yet, and you're not sure if Kevin Durant really wants to be traded? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I said. I don't believe it. I'm telling you, I have to see it. But as of right now, I don't believe it.
Okay, well, we know this is a very complex trade that would have to happen.
Yeah, let's see if she bodies him, because I do think there's like the answer. What was it? Why hasn't a trade happened yet? Or does he really want to be traded? We can't answer the second one truthfully, but odds are I bet he does. They just got swept in the playoffs. I wouldn't guess that Durant's happy in Brooklyn right now, right? And why hasn't he been traded? I said it because a team that's on his list has not made the correct call yet.
Zach, you look a little bit skeptical here.
I need a few minutes to recover from the perk bomb that just got thrown all over the studio. I'm not quite sure what happened, but I get what he's saying about a leverage play, but you answered your own question, Perk. Why hasn't a Kevin Durant trade happened when Rudy Gobert got traded? Rudy Gobert's being traded for 7 draft assets is one of the reasons why Kevin Durant hasn't gotten traded. It's virtually impossible for the Nets to get commensurate return for Kevin Durant from one team and maybe not even 2 teams. So this is going to take a while as they try to cobble the best package possible, because if Rudy Gobert can get Utah well, Kevin, it's almost... People looked at that trade as a good sign for Sean Marks and the Nets. Like, wow, what a standard's been set. I almost thought it was sort of a bad omen for them, because it's raised standards, it's raised expectations to just an unreasonable place. There's no way they're going to get commensurate value for Kevin Durant, so they're going to search and search. Yeah,
I think we can cut it off there. I think that the conspiracy theory is interesting. Like, I'm not going to lie. I don't think that the conspiracy theory is like crazy that maybe somehow Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are working together in some weird way to both stay long term at better deals or whatnot on the team there. But I will say I do think that there's too much factual evidence out there to just rebut Perk's conspiracy. Why hasn't he been traded yet? Well, I guess it's a mixture of both, because he did say, can any team go out there and trade for him if they're not Giannis or the Grizzlies? Like, I guess he didn't mention the Suns, so why aren't they? Because it's a short list to begin with, like I already mentioned, in terms of where Kevin Durant can go. But then once you have that list, it's even shorter of what teams can give you an unbelievable surplus of stuff. And do the Suns want to mortgage the absolute future for Kevin Durant while also gutting their bench players? That's probably the question that needs to be answered. But on this one, and if we're trying to, yay or nay on this conspiracy theory, I think that it's all real. I think all the smoke that we've seen will lead to fire. I think Kyrie's probably going to be a Laker, and I think Kevin Durant is probably going to get traded, if I had to guess. But Perk's been right before, and I've sure as hell been wrong before, but that's what I got for you guys today. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll catch you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.